For years, Canberra has been punishing its Australian nationals, and it's only fair that they do it again today, but this time for the bike riders. This is capital punishment, and these guys are about to put themselves through 50Ks and 100Ks of some of the most amazing terrain in Australia's capital territory. Well, one person who's definitely going to know what's going on, Tom, event director. Tell me a little bit about this event. How many years has this been running now?
This is only second year, and it was last run at the end of May last year, and we had a terribly cold and terribly wet day, so we moved it back to March.
I understand. I heard a little remark about last year's being a reward this year. Was it pretty gruelling last year?
Yeah, well, on the feedback forms, our favourite piece of feedback on all these questions, big long sheet of paper to answer questions on. All they wrote was, "My bike is effed." So we wanted to print that on the event T-shirt this year.
Well, it is capital punishment, really. Now, speaking of capital punishment, is there going to be any taxing hills or maybe some gentle levies?
This is a very easy course. It's very interesting because last year's event, I think, was the toughest 100k race ever. But it's meant to be the easiest 100k. So today it should be fairly fast and easy.
Where are the riders going today? Can you talk us through just some of the locations?
Yeah, well, the idea with this event is to use all the good single track areas in Canberra. So we're starting out in Cowan Forest. Then it goes a bit of a paddock bash through defence land and private property, and ends up in Madeira Pines for the next good single track section. Then it goes through an untimed section through the streets of Canberra, because it's the easiest, fastest route to get through to the next bit of good riding, which is over Black Mountain, then through the Arboretum, and finishing with about a 15-kilometre lap at Stromlo. We've
got another wave coming through, so I think you've got the hooter with you. I think we better let you go and do your official duties, and we'll get back to filming the race.
Yeah, and thank goodness it's not raining. We didn't want another one like that.
How did you feel riding out there? I mean, how was the track?
Track was awesome. I don't know most of the tracks, but I know Madeira and Stromlo. All the stuff in between was just new to me. Some of it was pretty tough, but it was tacky and fast, and yeah, I mean, normally the technical stuff suits me, and there was enough of that in there for me to get back on the lead group after chain problems, and and then later on another section of Madura to get time on those leaders. So I got away on the climb, and the single track gave me 2 minutes. So the course is just a good balance of everything, and something for everyone. So I think it was just really well made. When I heard the name of it, I thought it was cool, and then I heard about the course. Barring last year's conditions, yeah, I really wanted to do it since the first race, and this year I made sure I didn't miss out, and I'm really happy I did it, and I'll be back every year.
What did you find most punishing about this track?
The most punishing was probably the tussock grass around the airport, mostly because I'd absolutely killed myself for an hour before that, and I was back in 35th or something after my problems, and I really gave 100% through Cohen, and I thought I'd be. I thought I was out of the race. I thought I'd blow up, and just as I got on was that tusky grass, and you know, when you go over that sort of annoying lumpy stuff, and your legs are sort of just seizing up, just having to pedal constantly over that stuff really hurt. So it was flat, but really tough, harder than all the climbs.
How do you feel at the moment? Obviously pretty beat.
I'm surprised actually. This is my first marathon race this season, and I'm used to all the short stuff. I'm coming off a cross-country season, so I feel relieved actually, A, that it's over, and B, that I put in a pretty solid effort, I think.
Would you say this is capital punishment right here?
I feel I got my money's worth.
Oh my God, I want a high.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, how many kilometres did you just complete just now?
Only just 50.
Really? You're extremely puffed out. We've shoved a camera in your face. Was this definitely capital punishment?
Oh, definitely. I was ready to give it in halfway up at ABC Switchbacks, but on the way down, I just wanted to cry. I was, oh my God, it's like having an orgasm.
Yes, apparently it is. I'm just going to take your word for that one. Okay. Is this the first time you did it this year?
Yeah, it is. I didn't do it last year.
What about the bike ride? Or having an orgasm, or the bike ride. I'm sorry. Is this the first time you rode the 50k?
Yes, it is. Yeah, I didn't do the punishment last year, and I've already had several orgasms. Thank you.
Oh, gosh. So what in the last year? What speaking of capital punishment?
Yeah.
What has the ACT imposed the worst capital punishment on you in the last year?
Oh, really bad sign postage on the roads. Oh. You know, once I got to the Arboretum, I thought, fantastic, Stromlo on the way home. I got to those hills up there and it killed me. So I lost all my momentum and nearly wanted to pull out, but there's such a thrill coming out here.
Now this gentleman, Robert Bruce, has two first names, but you've also got two wheels on your bike, so you've obviously ridden. How far have you ridden today?
Just did the 50 today. Yeah.
Was it a capital punishment?
Yeah, it definitely was. It was a good ride and good weather though, better than last year, so at least it was a hell of a lot dry and a lot more fun.
I heard it was a bit wet last year.
Yeah, I sort of stayed in bed, woke up at 5 o'clock in the morning, couldn't be shagged getting out, and just burnt my $100, couldn't care less.
So do you live in Canberra?
No, Albury Wodonga.
Wow, so you've travelled quite the distance for this ride?
Oh, yeah, just last night, knocked off work, came up.
Were there any taxing hills out there?
Oh, no, it wasn't too bad. There's lots of hills around Albury, so pretty used to doing them. But yeah, today was good. Yeah, it was good fun.
So what's harder, a taxing hill or a levee bank?
Oh, definitely a taxing hill. Yeah, when you're a fat bastard like me.
How much training have you done leading up to this race?
Oh, yeah, look, I do probably about, say, 6 hours a week, roughly like that. Yeah, something.
Road or mountain bike?
Nah, just on the mountain bike. Yeah, I'm not a roadie. Yeah. Too bloody dangerous on the road.
Unreal. Thank you. Kind of went off and into a bunch of bushes with prickles and took half my face with me.
First Good Samaritan of the day, so talk us through what happened this morning.
Noticed that you didn't have any pedals, and I just got some new ones, XTRs, yesterday, so I had the spares in the boot and gave them to, shall we say, Mark, and he was able to get underway. So.
Rich, you look like you're a little beat. How many kilometres did you do?
I only did the 50, but it was amazing. Yeah, I was knackered all up until we got to the top, and then I just got the adrenaline at the end, and it was insane. Man, flying down that hill was incredible.
Were there any stacks coming down the hill?
No, none. Yeah, luckily, because I was a bit fatigued, but
How much training did you do leading up to this?
Leading up to this is the first time I've ridden a mountain bike in, let's say, 6 months. I just put this bad boy back together last night.
Oh wow! Did you ride it in those shoes as well? I don't know if the camera can get that, but the kid is rocking the Connie 1 stars right there all the way.
That's it, my man. Yeah, and I had a chain snap early on, so I had to run on into the mech tent over at the 100k, and then I had to leg it back around. It was awesome. Best race in a while.
You reckon you're going to come back next year?
Yeah, for sure, definitely.
Well, I always get given the good jobs of scrutineering at the end of a race, and with me I have Marita and Jody. Now, as you can tell by their jerseys, Inspect Her Gadget. Jody, what is going on with this? Please tell me, what is Inspect Her Gadget?
Well, I can't really quite remember how it started, but it's our team of 4 that we always enter in the 24-hour races. So, Inspect Her Gadget, I think it started as because gadget bike, but then it sort of evolved a bit from there, probably.
Well, a lot of kids might know, a lot of adults might know Inspector Gadget, obviously the cartoon and whatnot, and then it's just kind of continued on there. I'm sure you'd get a couple of smart aleck remarks.
Yes, we've got lots today, because it really is the first time we've worn them out as well, and in an event. So we did get lots of comments, and people wanted to take photos, and...
Did they? Well, we've been in Canberra, I guess, this is the appropriate place for those sort of photos to be out and about. And so tell us, is it like a Swiss Army knife riding these bikes?
It depends on conditions, depends on lots of things, fitness levels, all sorts of things.
Okay, well, seriously, how far did you ride today?
We did the 50k today.
And how was that? Was that grueling?
No, it was excellent. It was a really enjoyable ride. Yeah, it was really lovely.
There were no punctures, there were no flat tyres, there were nothing that you had to use your gadgets for?
My gadget had a few bits happening with the small chainring, but that's okay. We got past that. Yeah.
Well, the gang from Arox Sport have done it again. Another successful year for the ACT. Capital punishment. If you're looking for your punishment, we'll see you in the capital next year.